there folks, Rinimt here, and welcome to the Game of Fortune! Okay, so this is a new visual novel, came out April 4th, 2023, and I was graciously provided with a free code for the game. Check it out for you guys. So, this is a long visual novel. I don't know if we'll go for all the endings, but at least get some. We'll see. It's inspired by Alice in Borderland, which is a manga and TV show. I've only watched season 1 of Alice in Borderland. I really need to get back and watch season 2. But anyway, let's go. So, how are preparations looking? Perfect. All the participants are on their way. Everything should be set in stone and ready to go. So you're probably going to hear my mouse clicking. I'm sorry about that. And you're certain that all the participants are trustworthy? Can you relax? How many background checks have we done now? At this point, we could probably guess what everyone had for breakfast this morning. We've been betrayed before, so I don't want to take any chances. Well, that's on you for picking people with shaky resolve. Shaky resolve after you threatened them? Allegedly threatened them. I already told you I didn't have a hand in it. That's enough. I don't want to deal with any more bickering or squabbling. Can I hit enter? Except I think it's probably going to get louder. So we'll keep with this. Done everything we can. It's all out of our hands now. I want no spectacles, no outbursts, and absolutely no repeats of what happened last time. Is that understood? Yeah. You blew up one time and no one lets you forget about it. Well, we had to do a lot of work to cover up what you did. What did I just say about bickering? Sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna just close my eyes and rest easy. After all, we've got a long day ahead of us. Sleepy. How is she able to just sleep like that? Hey, Devin, wake up! Are we there yet? I think we're close. The driver hasn't spoken a word since we left. They said we were on a strict schedule, right? More importantly, how are you sleeping at a time like this? What? It's early in the morning. We left at midnight. I figured that it'd be perfect time to get some sleep. I don't need to ruin my sleep schedule by staying up till 4 a.m. when I could be catching some Z's right now. Just because I'm in Canada, I'm still saying Z. Don't tell me you've been awake this whole time. You're gonna be a zombie by the time we get to wherever it is that we're trying to get to. I wouldn't have had to stay up all morning if you had been awake too. Hey, this was your idea, wasn't it? I don't know why you're freaking out. I just feel like something's not right. Well, it's probably too late to do anything about it. If you want to talk it out, maybe that'll make you feel better. Wish I could be as calm and collected as you, Devin. It's an acquired skill that I've honed with practice. My head is starting to ache, so let's just try and run through the basics. Sounds good to me. Where are we going? So where are we going again? Good question, but I haven't got a clue, really. You don't have any idea where we're going. Why are you asking me? Like I know any better. Let's see. Well, I remember that the shady guy said he was gonna take us somewhere. He didn't say where it was. For all we know, it could be a football stadium, or a casino, or a graveyard. It could even be a boat. It'll be a fun surprise for sure. That's not as reassuring as you're making it out to be. Well, I'm just trying to make the most of an uncertain situation. Besides, it's not like we were kidnapped or anything. We chose to go, and we were given plenty of opportunities to back out. I know, why is this place so far away? No idea, but they did tell us it was going to be a long drive until we got there. All I know is that the location is called Clover Gate. Tried to get a place near here with the same name, but I didn't see anything. Must be one of those insider terms. Maybe it'll just be a big meadow full of clovers. Doubtful, but I'd honestly rather take that than some of the other options you listed. We'll find out when we get there. Until then, no point in fretting about what it might end up being. Yeah, I guess you're right. How did we end up here? Oh man, you must really be having some bad sleep deprivation if you can't remember that. Still, I can give you a little spark to get you to remember. Your mom got really sick and all the doctors said they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her, so you started getting worried. You got desperate and started looking for any treatment center that would help her out. Then you said you came across some group called the Digits of Eden or something like that. Yeah, it's all clicking in my head now. Said they had a cure for any ailment. Yeah, no, advertisements like that are usually scams, right? Like 99% of the time. I know that, but I checked a bunch of reviews. All the comments were positive and all the information seemed legitimate. Still sounds like a scam to me. Maybe they had some reviewers that blowed up the ratings. Happens all the time online. I mean, it is suspicious that despite having such good reviews, you had to scour the dark web to even find a single mention of them. It was sketchy. I had to give them a chance. It was the end of I was at the end of my rope. And that's what you told me, and then you entered into some kind of raffle to win trips to one of their treatment centers, and as fate would have it, you won. And now we're driving to that treatment center. So I never really gave a location or description as to what it looks like. Right. Fast forward to today, and we're on our way over there. If this really is a scam, it's a really dedicated one. You know, isn't it weird how they're taking you to the treatment center and not your mom? They said it was imperative that I was the one who showed up if I wanted to help my mother. Sounds suspicious to me. All this, maybe they're gonna hold us hostage for a ransom? Don't say that! Chill out, it's probably not like that. Like, 99% sure it's not that. I mean, if it were, they sure as heck chose the wrong people to try and get a ransom out of. We both know we're not exactly loaded or related to any rich folks. What's he been holding on to me for years? Is that it, Clyde? Have you been skimping out on sharing your royalty money with me? Devin, do you know how ridiculous you sound? Of course I don't have any gold bars hidden away anywhere. It's probably not ransom. I mean, you should rest while you can. If only, Devin, if only. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Devin? Sleepy, but slightly refreshed. If I get a few more hours, I think I'll be ready to go. That's not what I mean, Devin. I mean, like, are you okay with all of this? With coming along with me? Well, I prefer not to spend my Sunday getting into a mysterious track and driving 4 hours somewhere. That's definitely not the worst thing around. You said this thing needs a partner, right? That's what I was told. Well, it's no brainer then. I'm not gonna leave you hanging if your mom's treatment is on the line. Besides, it might be fun. I just didn't want you to feel like you're pressured into this or anything like that. Oh, please, Clyde. You're like the least influential people. You're like one of the least influential people I know. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Not really. That sounds better in my head. Gee, thanks. Besides, a dishwasher and a line cook for a pizzeria are the perfect dynamic duo for some kind of road trip, aren't they? Imagine what kind of shenanigans we'll get into. Ideally, none. You've got no sense of adventure, and don't you get tired of washing dishes all day? I mean, I hate washing dishes, so yes. This might be a really fun break, the kind of stuff you can write a book about. Or a spot on the obituary page. Oh, excuse me, to stay hydrated on the local newspaper. There's gonna be a lot of hydration reminders in this. At least someone will read it. Boundless optimism. Still, I guess it's better that one of us is going to this with a good attitude at least. Oh god, that was outside. Just as we finished speaking, the truck came to a sudden stop and the driver craned his neck to look over at us. We're here. Aw man, I didn't get to finish my nap. You'll get a chance to sleep on the ride back. I guess, but I'm still feeling drowsy. Well, kicking around will wake us up a little, right? I'd say so, but it's not like we've got any other choice. The doors to the truck open and Devin and I hops out. Help, it's the menu! Oh, wait. Looking around, it appeared that we were standing in a large field of clovers. In truth, it's a rather pleasant place, illuminated by a soft torchlight. But what's concerning is a large crowd in the distance. I couldn't see them clearly through the darkness, but there were a whole lot of them, more than I can count. You know, for a place called the Clover Gate, there's a lot of clovers, but not a lot of gates. Aren't you more concerned that this place doesn't look anything like a treatment center? Not even like a facility to get drugs or something? Maybe the clovers are magical and their powers only work during a full moon. You don't actually believe in that garbage, do you? Well, you never know until you try. By all means, stuff your face full of grass. I'll be waiting to see the effects. Don't tempt me, you know I'll do it. And hey, there's 10 people over there in the back. Can you see them? Barely, they're practically silhouettes. I can't make out anything about them. Spooky, but we haven't been gagged or cuffed yet, so we're probably still safe. Stop trying to scare me when I'm already on edge. And take a nap. The clover field here looks really comfy. I'm not taking a nap in the middle of nowhere when we're surrounded by who knows what. You're lost. Those clovers look super soft. Devin turned over to our driver, who leaned against his car. Hey bud, you sure you got the right place and didn't just drive us over to some campsite? This doesn't seem like a... Where did you say we were going? Treatment center? Yeah, what he said. Just wait, shouldn't be long. Well, that's not ominous whatsoever. I tried, Clyde. Looks like we're gonna just have to wait. You gave up pretty quickly. Well, what's a girl supposed to do? Interrogate him? He's on the way, so we might as well. I suppose so. I kind of wish we had coverage here, though. Yeah, we really are in the middle of nowhere, aren't we? Yeah, but I guess we only just wait. No, we didn't have to wait long. We ended up meeting with a bunch of other people who didn't seem to be part of the larger crowd. There were a few pleasant chats and some not so pleasant ones. As time passed, we were called together for some kind of meeting. Oh god, the nest. We watched eagerly as the four of them began to walk towards the center of the field, as an entourage followed close behind, bearing a variety of equipment. Each of them wore an eerie mask, like something out of a Greek comedy, though with a brief glance I could see a masks were numbered 1 through 4, and each had a designated color, gold, blue, white, and green, respectively. A small crew began setting up torches, while others started erecting a small stage with microphones and speakers. I would have been impressed at how quickly they set everything up if it didn't look like they were preparing for some kind of odd ritual. Okay, if they start asking for human sacrifices, I think that we can run into the woods. I think that we could run into the woods to escape. Tempting, really tempting, Devin, if not for the fact that there's at least a few dozen people surrounding the place. We could probably take them, or at least, like, 2 of them? I don't think we would make it very far. Shh! Try to listen in on what they're saying. I want to snap back at the guy. My curiosity got the better of me. As all of the new arrivals were heading to the area near the stage, I found myself eager to hear what these masked individuals had to say. Soon enough, the one in the gold mask brought a microphone up to his face. Good morning. It's wonderful to see you all here on this fine day, the 40th anniversary of the Digits of Eden's founding. Some of you may know me as one of the founders of the Digits of Eden. Some of you may know me simply as the first. Some of you may not know me at all. Right here, right now, what matters is not me, but you. Before me stand 16 participants, 16 individuals, 16 chosen ones who shall forge their own destiny in a game set to shape the lives and deaths of others. Lives and deaths? I'm like, there's like a really loud wind noise. I'm like, is that outside or the game? It is outside, okay. It's adding to my ambiance here, and I'm like, there's a wind happening. There's a pause as the gold masked man seemed to look over us for a moment. Some of you I recognize, and there's our newcomers. A few of you are here today because you have performed your duties for the Digits of Eden well and are now allowed to participate in one of our most sacred blessings. Others may have been referred to this place by some of our members in good standing, a gift which we hope you'll one day repay us for when the time comes. Others still may be here simply because of fate, a design of beings we cannot comprehend. Nevertheless, we accept your presence here for the most holy and mystical of events. Regardless of your origins, you have found yourself here for one reason or another, and so we hope that you shall enjoy the Game of Fortune with all your body and soul. The Game of Fortune? What the heck is that? No one ever mentioned some Game of Fortune. So now I'll pass it on instructions to the second. Please pay proper attention for all of you who will be instructed on our logistical procedures, regardless of whether you're familiar or unfamiliar with the Game of Fortune. Gold masked man stepped back and the blue masked woman stepped forward. At 4:44 a.m. exactly, this Cloverfield will shine bright and the blue door will appear. It's only big enough for 2 people to enter at a time. Each of you has been assigned a partner, or has been instructed to bring a partner with you. Just hold hands as you walk through the light, or you shall not be able to pass through to the divine realm. The Divine Realm has strict rules, one meaning exactly 16 participants and must enter through the clover gate within 4 minutes. As such, we shall carefully but swiftly usher each of you into the gate once it has opened. But no need to push, shove, run, or fight, as there is no benefit nor penalty associated with the order in which you enter. Shall also be patted down for weapons and other illegal items before entering the clover gate. The Divine Being does not like such things being brought into her realm and issues punishments for those that attempt to sneak them in. Additionally, while you may bring electronic devices with you, their functionality will be extremely limited. However, the Divine Ruler has never disallowed them, and thus, if you wish, you may bring them along. Finally, as a general piece of information, all clothes, accessories, and items on your person will carry over with you to the Divine Realm. As long as they are not weapons, the Divine Ruler shall permit you to bring them along, and you need not have no fear of losing them. After all our explanations are complete, you shall be given a brief moment to ask questions, as well as retrieve any items you may have left in the trucks that transported you here. Afterwards, we shall separate you into your pairs and prepare for the clover gate to appear. That said, the third shall now go over our approved guidelines. The woman with the blue mask step back, and a white masked man step forward. As per usual tradition, at the digits of Eden, you shall have complete freedom to play the game however you see fit, so long as it pleases the Divine Ruler of the realm. However, we do have some customary rules, which we shall now go over for both new and returning participants. First is that none shall bring any permanent harm to any member of the digits of Eden without prior consent of all 4 leading members. You know who you are. If you have such permission, ignorance will not be tolerated in its proper defense. Ignorance will not be tolerated as proper defense. If found to have permanently injured, killed, or removed mystical divinity from any digits of Eden's members, you will be punished accordingly. For those of you who do not know the digits of Eden, this simply means that you are not to make any wishes that we would likely not approve of. Use common sense if you have to, which is really not that common. Moving on, some of you have been given tasks. You are to obey those tasks to the dot. If you return with your tasks unfulfilled without sufficient reason, you shall be punished in accordance with our laws immediately. So, don't try and lose your way out of your jobs. Do whatever you can to ensure that our will is done. Aside from that, you are free to wish whatever it is that the Divine Ruler allows. The fourth will now finish us off with the Hymn of the Fourth Divine. White Masked Man step back and the Green Masked Man step forward. For those unfamiliar with the hymn, simply hum along. He cleared his throat before bringing his arms up. Some people are to actually listen, and this was a ridiculous ceremony after all. On the other hand, while Moss sighs, I seem to grow louder and louder with each verse, forming a zealous chorus that made me want to shrink down to the size of an ant and skither away. Hey, dude, I'm seriously getting some bad cult vibes here. What gave you that idea? Was it the torches or the weird song people are raving about? Hush, he is almost done. That concludes our ceremony for the Game of Fortune. Roughly 10 minutes left before we shall make the final preparations. Are there any questions that you would like to have answered? Are there any questions? I have so many that I can't choose what to ask first. Who is this fourth divine? What are the digits of Eden about? What is this Game of Fortune? I was ready to raise my hand to get one of my questions answered. Just one. I could wrap my head around any of this. Before I even had the chance, a man's hand immediately shot up. Yeah, was any of this necessary? There's a moment of silence before the Green Masked Man composed himself. Of course, do you think otherwise? Well, if the gate is going to open exactly 4:44 a.m., why do we need any of this other chanting bullcrap stuff? Tradition, mostly. We never ask that you participate, but that you respectfully listen. You're free to go on your merry way after all is done. It seems a little odd to me. Who made you able to choose who could participate in this game? Shouldn't just be first come, first serve? Why all the showmanship and ceremonies when all we had to do was walk through a gate? Another palpable silence. I couldn't tell if he's trying to incite something or if he's genuinely curious as to why we had to do all of this. Eventually, the White Masked Man showed up, taking control of the situation before things got even more awkward. Simple. We do it for the sake of order. Don't be mistaken, the Fourth Divine did not lay out rules on who could or couldn't participate. Well, not completely anyway. Can you imagine a free-for-all of people trying to drag themselves through the gate? Such madness would no doubt rub her the wrong way. Thus, we decided that it would be best to simply take control and choose who would participate based on our own internal factors and decision-making. So, is that a satisfying answer for you? Well, not really, but it answers the question, I guess. I've got a question. How are you going to be able to tell who's acting against the interests of digits of Eden? He's some kind of spy on the inside or something? Some way of chatting with people in the realm of the divine or whatever? We have ways of cross-checking people's actions through the realm of the divine. You shouldn't have to worry about that if you're not going to do anything against us. I don't want to get blamed if someone else does something stupid, but if you've got a way to ensure that we'll be fine, then do whatever you need to do. You have no reason to fear. Any other questions? We aren't going to be in any real danger, are we? Another brief moment of silence. The four mouse leaders look to one another before the one in the gold mask step back up to the microphone. No, absolutely not. No one that has ever participated in the Game of Fortune has been killed or injured. Done. The game may be mentally taxing and may exhaust one's spirit, but the body always returns whole, if that is able to alleviate your understandable fears. There's one thing I can tell you, is that we won't let any harm come to you so long as you don't bring any harm to any of us. His answer was so sincere, so honest, that despite everything else going on, despite how unsettling this all was, I didn't get a feeling that he was lying. It was enough to melt away any of my other fears for a moment, like I had shed my skin and would now be ready to brave whatever it was that would be thrown at me. Maybe it's foolish, or maybe it's just my body trying to force myself not to go into panic mode. Whatever it was welcomed. If that's all, you have about 5 minutes to gather any items you wish to take with you. But they'll be patted down before being escorted to the right location for the clover gate. That is all. You have fortune with a fortune. You doing alright, Claude? Well, this is probably as good as I'm gonna get here. They're being honest about how we're not actually going to be in any serious kind of danger, then I suppose we've got no choice but to believe them. So there's some relief in that, I guess. Well, there's always the running option if you want to take your chances with that. They've got trucks and probably a crowd of guards on standby. True, but I'd rather take those odds than something else if we get thrown into some kind of ritualistic altar. You said there'd be some kind of door, though, right? Yeah, let's hope it's a physical door and not some metaphorical thing that requires us to give up our souls or some spiritual bullshit like that. Yeah, it'd be bad if we lost our souls. If we survive this whole thing, you're gonna owe me big time. And that's fair. This has been a whole lot. On the bright side, it'll be a nice story to tell other people. At the time I was deep into some weird cult. That'll turn some heads for sure. And there was that boundless optimism again. Even when things were tense, she couldn't help but look for the silver lining. I guess that's what was for the best, wasn't it? One of us needed to stay positive, and one of us had to remain skeptical. So you've got everything you wanted? Didn't bring much, just got my phone and wallet. What about your bag? Yeah, anything in there? Some snacks, but that's about it. You? Nothing. Didn't think I needed to bring anything other than my phone with me. Guess that means I don't need to worry about bringing anything illegal with me, right? Probably not. I'm more curious about some of the other people. Some of them definitely went back to their trucks to pick stuff up or drop stuff off. Just the Fort Divine doesn't appreciate when people are backpacking heat, huh? For all our sakes, let's hope none of them are. As our conversation continued, we and the other participants were organized out into pairs. They gave us a pat-down and checked our belongings to make sure none of us were carrying weapons. After that, Devin and I were escorted out toward the center of the field with the other pairs lined up 2 by 2. Everyone was holding hands as instructed, which made things a little more than awkward, but not for the reasons that you'd expect. Clyde, your hand is a little sweaty, and yours isn't. Out of the 2 of us, who do you think is more nervous? Don't use that kind of logic against me. Just saying, maybe you should invest in some antiperspirant cream for your hands? I don't want to have to wipe my hands over my clothes just to get them dry. You think I want to be this nervous right now? No, I'm the one stuck to your hand. How much longer do you think we have to wait? Didn't they say the gate was supposed to open? This gate thing was supposed to open at 4:44 a.m. or something? Are they sure that's right? Why can't it be 4:44 a.m.? Why they've got such an obsession with a number that's beyond logic? I'm not the one who leads the weird digits of Eden thing. Why don't you ask them? So I didn't feel like raising my hand during the questions portion of their little seminar. It seemed like a stupid question. Well, you're lost. I doubt they'll be answering anything now. At least they could have done is given us a pamphlet. Soon the crowd became restless, counting the final seconds of the designated time. Looks like it's almost time. Oh boy, I'm so excited. We anxiously watch and wait as counts lowered. It started to feel warmer and a soft wind swept across the clover field. Faint blue sparks of light appeared, floating in the air like fireflies. Slowly began collecting the center of the field, forming a faint white and blue globe of light that shifted in shape and form. At the same time, the countdown became more and more fervent, and cheers and chants continued to mix in as the countdown grew closer and closer. The blob of light molded itself into a door frame with a pale blue light shining out from the front. And the light's intensity grew and grew, so much of the volume of the crowd as they reached the climax of their chant, finally hitting 0. Before I could comprehend what was truly going on, I watched as the first pair walk through the door, hand in hand. Light swallowed them, leaving nothing behind. And then the next pair went, and then the next, and then the next. Holy shit, is this real? I answered Devin as we were up next to enter the gate. There's only one way to find out. Shit, man, if I actually died from this, I'm gonna kick your ass. I ignored her nonsensical statement as I hesitantly walked forward, held my breath, and closed my eyes tightly. I closed my eyes, tightly clenching Devin's hands in my own. Part of me had expected that walking through the thing would be like walking through lava that would burn, that would swallow me and force me to sink into a deep, agonizing pain. So it's just a bright, overwhelming light, accompanied by the feeling of my breath being taken on my chest. It wasn't sucking. It's like I didn't feel the need to breathe at all. It just felt like something was being gently pulled from me. And all light faded into darkness. Human luck, good luck. I think, on that note, we'll have that there as a little prologue. And continue this next time. So thank you for watching. And thank you again to the publishers for the code for the game. You can check out Game of Fourtune for yourself now on Steam. It is available. And thank you for watching. If you do check it out, we'll have to talk over endings, I guess. Once we get there. We probably still have a ways to go, right? I mean, we just played only not even 30 minutes there, so I mean, you know. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you'd like to see me move more visual novels, let me know. Because I can do reading. I just need water to keep myself awake. Because too much reading, I start yawning. It's with RPGs a lot anyway. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support really helps you keep being content like this and more. Like I said, maybe more visual novels if I see interest in it. You can find links to that in the description below, along with links to me on social media and Discord and all that good stuff. So come hang out and say hi. But thank you again for watching. Thank you again to the publisher for the code. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye! I guess not publisher PR company. Whatever. Thank you for the code. Bye.